guys, welcome back to Grandview Kids TV, episode number 16. Last week we talked about patience. And this week we're going to talk about the next fruit of the Spirit in the list, and that's kindness. Just a reminder, if you want to read about the whole list of the fruit of the Spirit, it's in Galatians chapter 5, verses 22 and 23. So you can go read that whole list if you would like, and you can see what all the fruit of the Spirit are. But now, about kindness. See, I grew up with a lot of siblings, and one brother and I specifically, we did not get along well. We were always fighting. He would be mean to me, I would be mean back to him. I would be mean to him, he would be mean back to me. Just back and forth. We could not seem to figure out how to be kind to each other or how to get along. But Jesus, he has something to say about that. See, Jesus teaches us in the Bible that if someone does bad to us, we should repay them with goodness. Jesus teaches us in the Bible that we should not repay evil with evil, but we should repay evil with good. See, basically what Jesus is saying there is that if someone is unkind to you, you should be kind to them. You shouldn't be unkind back. And if you're kind to someone who's unkind to you, oftentimes in my life, what I've learned is that they don't want to be unkind to you anymore. The whole point of being mean is gone. They don't have any satisfaction in what they're doing. But Jesus also teaches us something else in Matthew chapter 7, verse 12. Now you might know it better as the golden rule. But what Jesus says in Matthew 7:12, so whatever you wish that others would do to you, do also to them. For this is the law and the prophets. Basically what Jesus is saying is that if you enjoy it when people are kind to you, you should be kind to others. Whatever you like to be treated, however you like to be treated, you should treat others that way. See, my brother and I, we didn't get that. We would repay evil with evil. We would be mean to each other back and forth. And we would also treat each other not the way we wanted to be treated. See, we both wanted to be treated with kindness, but neither of us wanted to treat the other one with kindness. And that created a problem. And that broke our relationship. There were times I was convinced that I hated him and that he hated me, and that we were enemies. But I want to talk a little bit about the greatest act of kindness I've ever seen. See, the Bible tells us that we were enemies with God, that our relationship was broken. But God, while we were still enemies, he sent Jesus to earth. And while we were still God's enemies, Jesus died on the cross for us. That is the greatest act of kindness anyone has ever done for me, and anyone has ever done in the history of the world, was Jesus dying on the cross for us. Now, my brother and I, we get along now. See, our relationship, we were able to repair that and fix that. And now we're really good friends. And we get along, we're kind to each other. I was even the best man at his wedding. See, God can fix broken relationships. Just like he took our relationship with him that was broken and he fixed it by Jesus coming and dying on the cross and rising again from the dead. He created a way that we can be forgiven and we can be friends with him. So my challenge for you this week, since God had the greatest act of kindness towards us? What is some way that you can be kind to someone in your life? Maybe it will just be for no reason, just being kind to someone. But maybe you'll do it after someone is unkind to you. And you'll remember what Jesus taught us about doing good to those who do evil to us and repay evil with good. And maybe if a sibling or a friend or someone is unkind to you, you can try this week to be kind back to them. And see how that goes for you. See how that feels. And try practicing that kindness in your life that Jesus tells us to do. All right, that's all I have for you this week. I look forward to seeing you next week for another episode of Grandview Kids TV.